G'day folks, today we are reviewing a couple of brand new Bosch 12 volt woodworking tools.
Yep, they are. Not brand new as in today released,
Sure.
but they are very new tools.
Yeah.
And they're odd looking, I would say.
Yeah, they're a bit fascinating to look at. And especially, to the person who is not a familiar woodworker, they might even say, what is that tool?
Yeah.
That is a trim router.
That is a trim router.
It doesn't look like a trim router, but it is a trim router.
No. It's going to be a trim router that you will pick up and you'll go, I'm not quite sure how to, I think it's that. That's how I hold it.
Yeah, the first few times you pick it up, you're going to go...
Yeah, it's funky.
Yeah, how do you hold it?
Yep.
Bosch have given you a few ways to hold this tool.
Yeah, I think so.
We both think that the best way is to have that between your webbing of your thumb and your fingers. It's a really nice control. You can put a second hand on it if you like as well.
Yep.
Let's talk about this. This is quite revolutionary for a trim router.
Yep.
Not mainly, there's lots of reasons. A big one for me is the base plate.
For sure.
A standard trim router has a base plate, square or round. Yep. It's probably, 80 mil in diameter, something like that.
Yep.
This unit here is that same sort of width, 3 inches wide or something.
I think that's about 120.
Yeah, that's got to be a good 5 inches wide.
Yep.
And the actual bit is offset in that base, right over to one side, which means that you have most of your base plate on the workpiece.
Which is really nice for a trim router.
Isn't it?
As opposed to standard.
Even a big router is still right down the middle.
Yep.
And even if it's a big base, it means that you cannot, by definition, if you've got a bit in your piece, you can't have half of your base plate on the workpiece.
No.
It has to be more off the workpiece.
Yep.
And that means that you are always fighting the rock.
Yeah.
The rock.
Only for rounding over and edging.
Right.
Not for trenching and the like.
Sure, not for trenching, of
But
course.
that's a fair bit of what trim routers are used for.
For trim routers, it's kind of the definition of what they're made for.
Yep.
This unit is just so easy to be precise with and get good results with.
It's a lot more stable, and I think you get a better result from that.
Yeah.
I don't think the top design or the rest of it does anything for you, but the base is the kicker for that, and it allows all that to change.
Yeah.
Because ordinarily they are just straight cylinders.
You know what this base this weird handle allows? It allows you to hold it low.
That's true.
It encourages you to be holding it nice and low, where keeping the weight down here.
That's true, because on my other trim router that we reviewed, and I've had plenty of people comment past, I tend to hold it up higher because the battery is quite heavy and 18 volt and up high.
Right.
People are like, why are you holding it up so high? It's just where I'm comfortable.
Sure.
Which brings us back to, hold this however you want, however you're comfortable.
Yeah.
But this is generally the way to hold it there.
Yeah.
I think that's your power position. I think that's also comfort.
Agreed.
You can have your fingers here and you can see really nicely. It's well done.
It is.
Really want to just chat really quickly on the base and up and down. You got a macro adjuster here, so it's spring loaded obviously. Press that button and you're up and down. Then you've also got your micro adjuster in here.
Yep.
The micro adjuster is super simple, but really, really nice.
Effective.
You literally just spin it and it's going to go up and down.
It's on the thread.
It's not open up and, am I quite right? Oh, no, I missed it. This sucker, it's perfect. Put it on the edge, do it, and then lock it off on the other side.
Yep.
And that thing is now done and locked.
Yeah, and that not only makes it really easy to get the depth right, it also makes changing your bit really simple.
It does.
Because once that's unlocked, use the macro adjuster to open that up as wide as it goes.
Yep.
And then your little one spanner.
Yep.
Or shifter, because there's plenty of space in there.
Yep.
To change your bit over, and all you need to do is pull out your little red plastic piece here that locks your spindle in, and now you're ready to go. That is as good as any router I've ever seen. It reminds me of the simplicity of the big Triton that you and I both love.
Yep, that's true. That's true. That's a game changer for me now. I got, I think, 6 routers now. I curse the fact that you've got to get one thin spanner in and that just aggravates the hell out of me.
Oh, it's the worst.
So the fact that you can just pull that out and use the spanner in there, I think it's brilliant. I think it's simple. I don't see that once that's popped out, that ain't ever breaking. It's not like a lever that can spring on. It's really, really tidy.
It's too easy.
As you're holding it here, you got your battery indicator right there, and as you noted, I haven't sort of noted it as such, but your switch is just a basic on-off, but it's recessed, so you can't possibly knock it or not. The other thing I really like, I don't like having to press a button and then go. I know it doesn't particularly worry you because you like the safety side of it.
Sure.
I just want to press the damn switch and go.
Yeah.
So It's well done. Made in Hungary, I believe.
Sure.
But you can tell there's German engineering. I still rate that. I really do.
Yeah.
I think there's German engineering all over that, and I think that will absolutely change the game for some people. It's nice, especially paired with that boy.
I have a feeling that it's going to change the industry for trim routing eventually.
Could do, but there's some stick in the muds that won't change.
Well, that's true, but man, this has just got so much benefit over the standard form of a trim router.
Yeah, and being only 12 volt, it's your lower RPM. You're not cranking out at
Right, yeah, so
30,000 ish.
it's 13,000 RPM, so it's very quiet.
Yep.
This, it doesn't spin that fast, but it does get a lot of work done for that size.
It does, and the ultimate thing with routers in general, you got to have sharp bits.
Yes.
I can't stand it when people go, I bought the cheapest bit I could find, and then want to whinge that it took so long. You got to have a sharp bit.
Yeah.
Like, period. So moving on from that, even though I don't want to because we really
we should just quickly say that the power was ample for what we needed.
It was, yes. The treaded pine sleepers, the small jobs here, the trenching that I did, and the rounding over and edging, we didn't feel at any stage like, oh, got to treat it with kid gloves, even though it's 12 volt.
No.
Definitely not as grunty as the 18 volt units that are out there.
Right.
But we didn't feel like, it's okay.
It doesn't feel like a toy.
No.
It's definitely built for it.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Moving across to this little plane, you would think that this also looks like a bit of a toy.
Sure.
This is a beast. It's going to be perfect for your smaller jobs. Really nice and light and nimble. 1.5 kegs, I think.
Without a battery.
1.5 kilo without a battery.
Yep.
But it is tiny.
Isn't it?
Single blade unit, which you've always loved the single blade Bosch unit.
Well, yeah, the unit, absolutely.
Yep, that's the 18 volt, sorry.
Sure.
Spare blade tucked away in the back here, which I really like, so Bosch provide that in a little red tab.
Yep.
You've got a safety for either side, so you just knock it with your finger and then press the go-go button there.
Yeah, which you weren't a massive fan of the ergonomics of that.
I wasn't,
switch.
I think maybe I'm just a bit of a whinger because you had no issue.
No, everyone's got different size hands, and you can't make it to make everybody's fingers feel
correct.
Comfortable.
I just seem to have to kick my hand a little bit different to get it to go, and then move my hand back a bit to be comfortable on the trigger.
Whereas it didn't bother me, so it's just different people, different feels.
But certainly didn't upset me while I was using it. That's all. Chip ejection, little plastic jigger that pops in, so it plugs it into, it shoots it out to the right.
Yeah.
Or we put it the other way and it shoots it to the left. That's brilliant. I love Bosch's chip ejection on the big 18 volt and on this. All planes should have it.
They should. If you're making a planer and it doesn't have that, go back to the drawing board and start again. It is. It's a no-brainer.
Oh, it is, because I think you often find yourself in situations, you were saying the other day, you're actually ripping back the top of a window, head of a window.
It was fascia. So I was up on a ladder, and my 18 volt DeWalt that I was using was just throwing the chips in my face, and I couldn't get away from it. I was on the ladder. All I could do was try and squint because I didn't have my glasses on me at the time. Yeah. But anyway, being able to throw the chips the other way is fantastic. Yeah. Especially if you're inside, you don't want to make a big mess in the wrong place.
Agreed. I've done it before with mine, and I've ended up I literally got cardboard and then duct taped it over so it would shoot it and it was kicked because I was getting covered. This, it'll flick left and right, and I think it's really cool. I think this will also get used in lots of little internal jobs, internal applications. So I love the fact that you can flick it to the left or right. Now we've also got 0 to 2 mil. Correct. 0 to 2 mil adjustment. It doesn't have numbers on it, but it's got very positive clicks. Right. So it's got 10 clicks. So that means
0.2 per click.
0.2 per
so
click.
Click it across 5 times, 0 to mil.
And the other thing that you noted, which is really cool, you can't go past max and you can't go below the 0. Some of them you can actually spin off.
You can keep going and then and even if you don't spin it off, you come back to the next time, you're like, where am I at?
Where was I?
Am I at 0.6 or have I actually gone right around again?
It's annoying. So I think that's really nice. It's a very compact unit. It's got 0 bells and whistles. It's tidy.
Well, except for that chip ejection. Nice solid base plate, I think. Looks pretty like it's got a big crazy heatsink or something in the front. But it doesn't. Solid. I don't think it is a heatsink. It's just just how they want to make it in terms of its structure. It's looks a really solid unit. Looks cool. It is. And that's only 56 mil blade, so it's not a full size 80 mil blade.
No, it's not 82.
But obviously for a door, or doing some bevels, it's going to do anything you need.
Retaining
sleepers.
I was using it on retaining wall sleepers. Nice sticky treated pine, 75 wide. I'd actually cut a couple to join them, and it just sat ever so slightly up. Sure. So I grabbed that and just started chowing it back, and I used it for more than I should have. But it was a really good test for it to see if it could do those big jobs at a pinch.
Yep.
It did it more than just at a pinch.
Yeah.
It did it really well. At first, I did have a 2 amp hour battery on it.
Yeah.
It sucked that dry pretty quick.
And it's also not going to give you the same power.
No, I shouldn't have had a 2 amp hour on it.
Definitely get some high capacity 4s or 6s
Yeah,
on
so
here.
4 and a 6.
Yeah.
But look, that's really nice. The only thing I don't like on this, if I have to take this off to change the rubber belt on it,
Yep.
I'm going to wreck my sticker.
Oh, no.
So they should provide a free sticker with it. I'm all about the big things.
Sure.
Grab the drill. The other thing that we were careful to note when we spoke to Bosch, Duano said, look, can you actually send us a drill and impact driver as well? Because we're aware that, I believe you said $2.99 each for a skin. It feels a bit steep for us.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're nice, but it does feel a bit steep. But you're also not going to launch out and try it if the base range isn't good, which the base range really is a drill and impact driver.
Well, we could stand here and say that we love these tools, but if we thought the base, the core of the line was junk, then we just wouldn't feel good about doing that.
No.
So we asked them to send it over to check, and yes, they're nice tools.
Yeah, that is tiny.
Really tiny. Not going to blow your mind,
No.
except maybe for its size.
Yep.
But really solid drill, solid impact driver. Really like them. So in that sense, could put that aside and say, yep, tick the box.
Base range is good.
And yes, we are excited about these tools.
Yeah.
These are not going to hit as hard as an 18 volt unit.
No.
But they hit harder than I thought they would.
Yeah. Look, I certainly wasn't looking for any extra grunt going, come on, I need to wait for this. I think they're cracker. I think if you're a little uncomfortable, then get out to a store, find out when Bosch has got a trade night and go and use them. I think you get sold on that one very quickly.
Yeah.
And this is a beaut. So get onto it, I reckon.
Yeah, and with regard to the price, I mean, in all honesty, they are revolutionary products. They've had a lot of design going into them.
Yep.
That's why you have to pay a bit more. You're paying for R&D here.
Yep.
Over time, that price will drop a little bit. I would like to see other tool manufacturers and other platforms, even maybe on 18 volts and such, start looking at,
Have a look at that.
the form factor of this, because that is seriously advantaged for me over the standard cylinder form factor.
Yep. It is nice, and I think it makes especially edging jobs, I think it makes it a lot more comfortable.
Beautiful.
So, anyway, go check out Bosch, try and find a trade night. Thanks for watching. Hit us up in your comments if you're already using these and you love them or dislike them.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to follow us.
Did we dislike anything?
Yeah, I said the sticker.
That's not very...
I'm a very shallow person.
It's not very critical though, is it?
No, it's not.
We didn't really have anything we didn't like.
And there's often things that we sort of go, I sort of noted that for me it was uncomfortable with the switch setup.
Yeah,
but
there's no fence for the router, I don't think.
Honestly, no, there's not, but I don't care.
No, it's really, it's a trim router.
It may be hard to get attachments.
Some threads in there, but they're not on the side.
No. Anyway, I'm not fussed, honestly.
No.
I think they were beautiful tools.
Okay.
So, alright, go and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Hit us up, please. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. 27,000 here and only 7 on Instagram.
Not good enough.
It's distressing. Catch you guys.
Thanks guys, bye.